We meant to do this video some time ago, however we misplaced a lot of the footage with our moving around. Now that we located it, we thought you might be interested to see how we build out our van. Hope you enjoy! We spent several months looking at used vans, buses, and other assorted things before we finally figured out that we could buy a new van less expensive than we could buy a used one. One of the first things we did was install this kill mat in the van. This serves two purposes. One, it's a sound deadener. It also improves the insulation. We used an online program to kind of get a visual design of what the van was going to look like. But one of the first things we did before we started working was use painter's tape to lay things out on the floor of the van. We wanted to make sure everything was going to fit exactly where we wanted it to go. This is a pretty important step if you don't want to end up having to rebuild things or move things around after you start building cabinets. It's important to know where all the wiring needs to go, where the plumbing needs to go, where you need to drill holes in the body. Our van came with these panels on the bottom half of the interior. We needed to remove them so we could run the wiring, plumbing, and insulate. Good morning. We're getting ready to install our air conditioning and heating unit in the van this morning. So the one we have is over here. So this is a Pioneer underbench RV air conditioning unit and also has a heat pump built in it, so it does both. So instead of going on the roof like a lot of RV air conditioners, it goes under a bench or under a cabinet on the inside. So in order to make that work, one of the things we need to do, it comes with this template that shows you where you need to cut holes so the unit can breathe. The inlet, outlet, and then a drain hole. So in looking underneath the van, one of the things we figured out is it's going to be a very tight fit for this hole in particular to fit between the cross rails for the frame. So we're going to put it between the second set of rails, which will be right in here. So in order to make sure we have it straight with the frame rails, we're going to go underneath and drill a couple of pilot holes from the bottom, so it'll help us locate this template correctly on the top, so we cut things correctly.
And what are you using?
Just using a drill bit with a 3/8" bit.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the frame rails we're going to put it between. The first hole is going to be right here. That's the one that's tight. And then there's a smaller hole here and a drain hole over here. So I cut out a cardboard template the same size as the first hole so I could mark the four corners. And that's where we're going to drill first, and then we'll cut it through from the top with the jigsaw. First hole. Alright, so in order to be able to see a line, what we'll do is put tape right where we need to draw a line to cut on, and then I can draw the line on the tape, which will make it easier to follow.
Is that straight?
That's why I'm going to draw a straight line on it once I get the tape on here. Alright, so we marked those holes. Now I've got a straight piece of cardboard here just to use as a guide right quick. And we're just gonna connect these holes. All right. Okay, now that we have the first hole cut, there's two more holes for this AC. There's the outlet, and then there's a drain hole. So we use a hole saw for this one. This one we'll drill the same way. Drill holes in the four corners, and then we'll use the jigsaw to cut it out. Okay, now we have all of the holes cut. We're going to take the template off and trial fit the unit in to make sure everything fits before we finish up sealing off the holes and such.
Okay.
There we go. Right now,
Nice.
just like a glove. So I'm just going to take some of this Rust-Oleum and just seal up these edges of the metal where we cut the holes so that nothing rusts. You don't want any water getting into the van. So we caulked around all of these fittings just to make sure there was no place for any water to get in or cause rust. Okay, we wanted to test this unit out, make sure everything works right. So we've got an adapter here to hook up the 12 volts for the thermostat, and then plugged into the 120 volt for the compressor itself. This is the control panel for it. So we turn it on.
Yay! Working.
So that controls the speed of the fan.
This is AC?
That's AC. I just turned it on AC. It was just fan before.
Oh.
So it'll take it a minute to cool off. So if it's blue, it's AC. If it's red, it's heat. And then this is the speed of the fan. And then temperature are the buttons down here. So you set it to whatever temp we need. I just heard the AC kick on.
Oh my god, it is.
Okay, time to do some insulation. Our next step was getting ready to install the max air fan in the roof. We put up this plastic to catch the metal shavings because you don't want metal shavings all over the van. Once we had the plastic up, we cut the hole in the roof, and then Marisol held up the frame while we set the max air fan in place and got it screwed down. These are really good fans, and we put it right over where the shower is going to be so we could pull out any extra moisture. The last thing you want in a van is a bunch of extra humidity. In order to install the windows, we had to remove one of these struts on each side of the van. Okay, have the template taped to the wall on the inside of the van. We're going to drill a pilot hole through the middle to use to locate it on the outside, and then we'll mark it and cut it from the outside. Once we made sure we had the template where we wanted it, it was time to cut the hole. Need the other one, but this, I just got to get it in here, and I just need you to hold it in there. So I'll hold that in there while I get in there and put the screws in it. Hi, babe.
Hey, it's done?
I got about 5 more screws.
Wow.
And then we have a window.
Nice.
Marisol put the Rust-Oleum on the cut edges of the metal. Anytime you cut a hole in the van to build it out, you want to make sure and seal the raw edges of the metal. Rust is the enemy. We want to stop it. So we just drilled some pilot holes where this trim ring goes on, because everybody that we've watched on YouTube that hasn't has had trouble getting the screws in there. So I put some pilot holes in so the self-tapping screws will go in easier without twisting off or anything.
So this is our second window.
We put the weather stripping that came with it all along here. It just has self-stick tape on it. You just put it around the edge.
Let me take this out. This is here.
Take off the clear protecting film.
And Rust-Oleum.
Yep, all the bare edges got treated with Rust-Oleum. Marisol's going to hold that in there while I put some screws in it.
Okay.
So getting the solar gland ready to put on the roof, have to put these little entry glands into it. And they go in these holes. And they do fit really snug. Okay. Once we got the hole cut in the roof, then it was time to put some Rust-Oleum on these cut edges, get everything all sealed up. And after the Rust-Oleum, we use this trim. It has some metal inside of it, but rubber, and it goes on any cut edges of metal or any sharp metal where you're going to run wires through. It keeps the metal from cutting into the wires. After that, it was time to mark and pre-drill the mounting holes so we could put this gland on top. This will create a waterproof entry point for the wires that go from the solar panels down to the solar charge controller. 1. You really want this to be waterproof, so there's a couple of things we use to do that. One is butyl rubber tape underneath of the mounting point. Screw that down good and tight. Thank you, Lem. Once you have it mounted tightly, there's a self-leveling sealer that you put around it. It'll look a little ugly when you first put it on, but as it sits, it levels itself out and it seals really well. Remember, the goal here is waterproof, not pretty. Although it will look much better when it levels itself out. In the next video, we're going to start on some of the wiring. Join us. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos.